Hello and welcome back to the Introduction to Bricata video series. Today we will be covering Zeek scripts and, more specifically, the variables or configuration inside of Zeek scripts. Under your policies page for Zeek scripts, in the upper right hand corner, under your active policy, you'll see a config for the policy configuration editor. This gives us with a couple of different options. By default, you will see here that we have local zones and local nets. This is populated for any of the Zeek policies that you have by default. And the two declarations here for the local variable redefinitions is for local zones. These are local DNS zones. As you can see here, the default is just simply local, and local nets is a list of RFC 1918 addresses by default for internally routable addresses. These can be adjusted for any of your local DNS zones that you have, as well as any of the local nets. It is especially important for local nets to be populated with any sort of publicly routable space in order for direction.zeek to be correctly populated. This will allow us to detect traffic that is going internal, external, or inbound or outbound. This information is added to the conn log for all of the metadata records inside of the system for us to be able to see what direction the traffic is going. In addition to the local zones and local nets variable that is default, you can then add in any other global variables that you may want to use. For instance, if you would like to use the DNS hunt.zeek script, we do need to add in two other variables inside of the Zeek variables. In this case, I'm doing an @load, which loads the actual DNS hunt module. And then we do have two redefinitions for the DNS resolvers and DNS name servers. If you would like to leverage these types of variables for other scripts, including custom scripts, then you can follow a similar path on defining these variables and allow them to be used in your scripts later. As always, with any of the policy changes, these can be applied per sensor. If you have any specific items, for instance, a sensor that sees one set of DNS resolvers and name servers compared to another sensor seeing a different set, and you wanted to monitor those separately. Once you press save, that is all the further action that is needed if you do not make any other changes to the Zeek policy. This will automatically be pushed to the sensor, and there's no further action needed. As always, if you would like to monitor the progress of any Zeek scripts being applied, then you could go under the sensors page and see the latest deliverables. Any questions, please reach out to Bricata support. Thank you.